Hey, my name is Tana and I am from Enid, Oklahoma. But right now, my husband JP and I are in Banff, Alberta, Canada. It is a resort town in the Canadian Rockies, and we are staying at a luxury resort courtesy of Rodan & Fields. My team achieved level 5 circle status at the end of last year in December, and we got to pick a luxury spot to have just a special vacation to just to celebrate. And so we are very, very grateful to get to be here. One thing that you do need to know before I continue is I do have notes, so if you see me look down, that's what's going on. The other thing I want you to know about me is that my love language is words of affirmation. When people tell me that I'm doing a good job or that they appreciate what I'm doing, that really fills my cup, so to speak. So when Debbie Coder invited the level 5 leaders on our team to her family's retreat to spend the evening learning more about our company, celebrating, eating, that's my favorite thing, and just spending time together, hearing from her and what our team means to her and how much she appreciates us, that was such a blessing to me. And it just really filled my cup. That you'll kind of hear that theme throughout this short video. Before I started Rodan & Fields, I was teaching elementary school at a school I love, and the teachers there are still some of my very best friends. But what was happening is that job was taking all of the very best of me. I would pour out everything I had every day to love on those children, and I still consider it a blessing to be able to do that. But my family, my husband and my 3 daughters, were at the time just 2 daughters, that'll come into play in a minute. They were getting my exhausted, tired, grumpy leftovers at the end of the day. I didn't have much reserve left for them to focus on them. And these are the people that God gave me in my life. And I really was feeling like I was squandering the short amount of time I had with them. And then, so we knew something needed to change, but teaching was filling my cup so much that I hated to let go of it. And then we found out that our youngest daughter's adoption was finalized in Haiti and she was ready to come home. And that sealed the deal. I was going to have to leave the classroom so that I could help her focus on attaching to our family. And then, as you can imagine, I needed to be available to help my older 2 daughters navigate through the change in our family, because it was a very big change. So like I said, teaching was filling my cup, but it was draining my families. And so it wasn't a good fit for us anymore. So that at that time, I knew Rodan Fields was going to be a really good fit, because I still felt like I needed something for me, something that was just mine, so that I didn't get lost in the needs of my family. And if any of you all are raising children, you know that it's very easy for mama's needs to get put on the back burner. And sometimes we feel like there's something wrong with us saying that, but you can't give what you don't have. And I needed something that was for me so that I could then give to my daughters and to my husband. Some things about, let me check my notes real quickly. When I joined Rodan & Fields, I knew that in my heart that this could be something really big. But what I did was I let my mind and my fear settle for the thought, it'll be okay if I just get the biggest discount. I love the products. I'm going to be buying them. This is what we'll do. I'll just get the biggest discount. And I have been so surprised about how my paycheck has grown every month. We've very comfortably surpassed that teaching income, and I am able to take over more and more of our family's budget, which has been great because I've really seen the financial strain just really lift off JP's shoulders as I take over more of those household expenses. Everybody knows that money or the lack of money is one of the main strains on a marriage, and this has really been a joy to experience. Seeing that wedge that very easily could come in between me and my husband, that is going away. One thing that I've absolutely loved about this business, or another thing I've loved, is that the values of this company mirror the values of our family. So my husband and JP and I, we talk a lot about the values of our family, and we use that as a roadmap to make decisions on how to spend our money and how to spend our time. And one of our big values is that in regards to personal relationships, we put our marriage first. The relationship that my husband and I have has to take priority over the relationship we have with our daughters. We are showing them how to be adults, how to be healthy married people, if that's what they choose to do. And so it's very, very important to us to put our marriage first. Well, the time freedom that I have found with Rodan and Fields has really fueled that. I have the freedom now that when he calls at 11:30 and says, hey, I have a break at lunch, can you come down and pick me up and we'll go eat? I can drop what I'm doing and I can say yes, and I can go. I'm not clocked in somewhere else. I don't have a classroom full of kids. I don't have to ask permission to leave. I don't even have to leave on a lunch break or a lunch hour. I can stay on as long as he needs me to. And so that's just a small way that this business has blessed us in the time freedom thing and being able to focus on each other. But right now, we are experiencing a big benefit. Like I told you, we are in the Canadian Rockies. We're in Banff, Alberta, Canada. And we get 3 full days here paid for by Rodan and Fields, where we get to do what we love. We love to hike, and so we'll be doing a lot of that. And I get to take him fly fishing tomorrow, which he loves to fly fish. I never have. This is probably going to be pretty funny. You'll want to watch my Insta stories and Facebook stories because it's going to be interesting. But those are things that this company has allowed us to do. It's not anything we would have had the time to do. We probably could have figured out a way to save up the money to do it, but we never would have had the time. So don't negate the importance of time freedom. So if anything you've heard on this video speaks to you, resonates with you, if you think, hey, that sounds like me, reach out to the consultant that invited you. We didn't invite you just flippantly. You were on our hearts, you were on our minds, and we want good for you. And we know that this business, while skincare may not be your passion, because I will tell you it's not mine, but spending time with my family, putting my husband first, getting to travel and do cool stuff, that is important to me, and this business is a vehicle to make that happen. I'm never going to be gung-ho about skincare. However, I am almost 38 and I am foundation free, and that is so great because that means I get to get up and hit the ground running in the mornings. So we're so glad you tuned in to this tonight, and we cannot wait to see you all on our team.